They ran into the troubled water. But there was a certain man, an impotent man, who did not have the luxury of stepping into the water. I'm talking to the impotent people. I'm not talking to y'all sanctimonious people that got it all together. I'm talking to somebody that can't get in the water on this morning. Now watch this. Jesus, knowing his case, went up to the man and said, do you want it? King James say, wilt thou be made whole? Do you want it? And watch this. This boggles me. He said, well, sir. Jesus was in front of him. And he said, sir. Jesus was in front of him. Rose of Sharon. Jesus, son of David, was in front of him and he said, sir. If you take that and you go ahead and piece that together with verse number 11, 12, and 10, you will get an overall understanding that the man did not know that Jesus was in front of him. Now watch this. Jesus had already begun to build a reputation for himself. In the first chapter of John, he got baptized by John the Baptist, and John the Baptist revealed to the onlookers saying, this is the Lamb of God, and the Spirit is descended upon him like a dove. Later on in chapter 2, Jesus performed his first miracle when he turned water into wine at the wedding of Cana in Galilee. Shortly after that, him and his mother and some brethren went down to Capernaum. They stayed for a few days, and after they left Capernaum, it was near the Passover, and they went ahead to Jerusalem. And when Jesus got to Jerusalem, he saw that they were selling merchandise in the house of God, and he caused the uproar and he started turning things over. In chapter 3, Jesus had a conversation with a Pharisee by the name of Nicodemus and said, in order to be born again, you must be born of the water and of the Spirit. And shortly after that, in chapter 4, he built up a reputation in Samaria from the testimony of the woman at the well. And shortly after that, he healed the nobleman's son who was sick without even being in the same presence or vicinity of the sick person. And overall that, he also was building status among the politics and the hierarchy because he was baptizing more men and making more disciples than John the Baptist himself. Jesus had set up a buzz for himself. But this man didn't even know who he was. Let me lift that up a little higher. Y'all don't mind. I don't see no timer, so I guess I got all day. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Some of you in here are watching the move of God all around you. He's moving in your neighborhood. He's moving in the next door house. He's moving in that other family. He's moving in that other church. He's moving in that other marriage. And you are missing out on the move of God because you are so used to being defeated. Somebody say infirmity for 38 years. You're so busy being defeated. You're so busy being broken down. You're so busy being destroyed. You're so busy whining and crying. And you're so busy being a broken piece of Lord knows what. You don't even realize Jesus is in front of you saying, do you want it? So busy worried about what everybody else says. So busy worried about your image and your picture in the society. So busy worried about all the other stuff that you don't even realize the Messiah is in your neighborhood. And then when he comes in front of you finally to give you what you've been praying for the past 38 years, you're looking at him like, who are you? He was so consumed in his situation, he did not even realize that it was the Messiah that was in front of him. Jesus said, man, do you want it? And he says, sir, well, I have no man when the water is troubled to put me into the pool. Whew, that's my part right there. But when I go, somebody else steps. I want it real bad, Jesus. I really do. But every time I try to pick up the pieces and get myself together, somebody, y'all not getting this. I really want to be delivered. I really want to get myself together, but every time I try to press my way, somebody on my job, I'm trying to get a raise and a promotion and do something for my family, but I got these Negroes there. Y'all not helping me up in here. I'm trying to do stuff in my neighborhood, trying to make my street a better and pleasant environment, but I got these people in here, these ignorant folks that just want to, in front of my progress. I've seen it right here in the church. Trying to get my ministry together, trying to get followers together, trying to do what God called to do, but that other ministry want to come up in my way and just... He endured what I call a pushback experience. Y'all missed that. Y'all need to wake up in here. He endured what I like to call a pushback experience. Every time he tried to do something better for himself, somebody come step in the way. Do I have anybody in here? Everybody was on your side when you was doing whatever it was you was doing out there in the world. But the second you try to get to somebody's Bible study, the second you try to get to somebody's Sunday morning worship, the second you try to join a ministry, the second you try to pay the tithe, the second you try to do what God calls you to do, here come those people come. He endured a pushback experience. Everything he was trying to do for God had some hater in the midst stepping on him. I don't understand why they want to stop me. I'm doing this for me. My blessing don't involve you. I don't even know why you're here. But I came by the water today because I need something out of there, and I can't get to it because of people all in my way and my circumstance. I wish y'all would move. Give me some elbow room. I'm trying to get to where God wants me to be, but when somebody steps in front of me. Jonathan, he was a victim of faulty transportation. What do you mean, preacher? Faulty transportation. Faulty transportation is when you have a mode of getting somewhere and it's not dependable. Faulty transportation is that car that'll start up Monday morning but won't turn over Monday night. It's faulty transportation. Faulty transportation is that bus schedule is supposed to be there for 9:30. Didn't get there till 9:57. Now you late for work and they looking at you. Faulty transportation. What are you talking about, preacher? What's faulty transportation? You talking about my car outside or my truck in the yard? No. Faulty transportation is when people promise you that they are going to help you get somewhere. And then when it's time to bust the move, you, where my transportation at? Some of y'all have some faulty transportation in that ex-husband or that ex-wife, or that ex-boyfriend or that ex-girlfriend that promised they would be there for you, promised they would take you somewhere, promised they would be there for your kids, promised they would get you established, but when they got time to bust a move, where you at? Look at your neighbor and say, where you at? Faulty transportation is the fake friends that swear to God they ride or die, but whenever the situation happens, they jumping out the car and all of a sudden they got another previous agenda. Baby, you were supposed to be down for me. Where you at now? He had no man. He had no man. Had no man to carry him into the water. Somebody say faulty transportation. He had no man. Oh God. Oh God, I can't leave that alone. I got faulty transportation in the ministry. You know that faulty transportation choir members ain't came to one practice all week, but Sunday morning got the nerve to press up here and come walking in with the choir like they know what we about to sing. Where you was Tuesday night? Where you was Saturday morning? You had life. You was too busy, but now that I'm singing, you want to come press up here with your Sunday best out your closet, thinking you about to sing a selection. I ain't got time for faulty transportation. Go sit back down. Faulty transportation. Don't sell me no dream. Don't give me no empty promise. Don't make me sit here and be faithful to you. Make me sit here and pray for you. Make me sit here and call you up. You don't even show up when I need you. Faulty transportation. He says, Jesus, I'm broken down. And I don't have dependable transportation. Jesus said something. He said, well, son, do you want it? You say, yeah, Jesus, I want it, but I have faulty transportation. Well, Jesus said, son, when you have faulty transportation and you break down like that, you qualify for roadside assistance. Y'all don't hear me up in here. He said, when you have a breakdown like that, you pick up your insurance policy, and you turn to Philippians 4, and you'll see you have some roadside assistance. I can do all things. No, y'all don't hear me up there. Whenever you have a breakdown, just pull out your insurance card, call up up your roadside assistance, and I'll be there right on time. Whenever I break down, God sends my spiritual mechanic. He sends me an angel. Aren't they not all ministering spirits? Come to the salvation at the ends of the salvation. Y'all better help me. Angels come whenever I have a spiritual breakdown. And they pop the hood of my vehicle and they take some spiritual jumper cables and just remind me, greater is he that is in you than he that is. Oh, y'all don't hear me up here. I feel like preaching right now. Oh, Lord, they come down to where I'm at and they get that spiritual hydraulic jack and start pumping me up. Oh, God, we're weeping may endure for a night, but y'all don't hear me up here. They get that spiritual crowbar and that spiritual spare tire. They remind me, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, nor has the heart of my He qualified. I came to tell you this morning, don't worry about your breakdown. Because I serve a God that'll send an angel on GPS. He'll come in express delivery. And he's coming with your miracle. Because you qualify. Somebody say grace. You qualify for roadside assistance. He said, I'm wrapping it up. He said, rise up. Take up thy bed. I got to get back to the text for this one. He said, rise up. Take up thy bed and walk. Y'all missed that because y'all would have been shouting. Let me explain it to you. He said, get up. But when you get up, take your bed with you. What I need the bed for? I'm made whole. What I need the bed for? I can walk on my own accord. He said, I want you to take the bed with you. Because the bed represents something. The bed represents all that you've been through. The bed represents those lonely nights on the side of the highway. The bed represents some scars and some weeping eyes. I want you to take that bed with you because when you start walking, I don't want you to think that you did this on your own. But you need to carry something with you to remind you where you come from. You can't leave that bed right there, baby. You got to take that with you. Sometimes when you think about the past, it still hurts, Sometimes when you think about that broken relationship, it still makes you cry. Baby, that ain't no pain and suffering. That's your bed to remind you where you come from. You still cry about it because he told you to take it with you. You still worry about it because he told you to take it with you. Not only as a reminder to you, but a testimony to everybody else. Baby, I want you to see where I come from. I don't mind carrying the fact I used to be broke. I don't mind carrying the fact I used to be an alcoholic. I don't mind carrying the fact I used to sleep around because my bed is going to help somebody else. The bed was his identity. Don't worry about it if you carrying some scars, baby. That's to let people know I made it through another day's journey. You can judge me all you want. I'm going to carry my spiritual tattoos. What's your spiritual tattoos? That piercing in my back from my so-called friend. The pieces to that broken heart from the man that told me he would be there for me. He carried his bed because it was his testimony. Some of y'all in here get a blessing and just so quick to throw it down. Like you forgot where you come from. Your past is going to help somebody's future in the present. But because you're so proud, you don't want to carry your bed because it reminds you of what you used to do. It reminds you where you come from. Baby, I'm going to carry my bed. I'm going to put some fresh sheets on it. I'm going to get a new pillow. I'm going to spray some Febreze. Look at where I used to be and look at me now. I don't mind carrying my bed. My bed makes me a better person. While you too much, while you such and much, my bed reminds me to stay humble and wait on the Lord. He carried his bed. I'm closing. He carried his bed. But the people that saw the bed weren't too happy about it. I came to tell you, baby, not everybody go celebrate with you when you come out of your mess. Not everybody go celebrate with you when you get your breakthrough. Hold on, who am I talking to in here? Hold on, not everybody gonna celebrate with you when you walk and talk, but you're gonna have some people. You shouldn't have got your miracle today. You shouldn't be walking, but I know a man. I don't know his name, but I know what he told me. Take up thy bed and walk. So I don't mind when they talk about me because they see my bed. They don't like my miracle, but somebody told me to walk. Oh, I feel like closing it up right now. I don't mind when people gossip about me when they see my scars because somebody told me, get up and walk. You might not want me to walk today. You might not want to see me delivered, but I know that my God is able to do exceedingly. I'm getting happy up in here and abundantly. I don't mind carrying them thoughts. Them thoughts made me. I don't mind remembering my struggles. Oh, struggles made me. I don't mind remembering those faulty transportations because I got a dependable Cadillac that gets me where I need to go. And he signed the dotted line at the dealership 2013 years ago on a hill called Golgotha. Y'all don't hear me up in here? Yes, indeed. He pressed his way down Via Dolorosa. I feel like preaching in here. And he was wounded for my transgressions, bruised for my iniquity. The chastisement of my peace fell upon him, but by his stripes, I got some stripes on my Cadillac, baby. By his stripes, I am healed. I don't mind remembering where I come from because he went down on Friday afternoon. Oh, but there must have been an alarm clock in that tomb. Joseph of Arimathea must have put an alarm clock in the tomb because he got up early Sunday morning. And because he got up, I can get up and take my bed with me.